Welcome back to Virtual Reality. My name is Thomas and you are watching VoodooDE VR. Now we have the virtual and augmented reality weekly news again today with the following topics. Five Nights at Freddy's gets the Quest version. The Oculus Quest gets OpenXR support. First tests about the Vive Cosmos Faceplate. Specifications about the PlayStation 5 by Sony. Lone Echo 2 will perhaps get delayed again. Vive Cosmos Elite gets Half-Life Alyx package. Phantom Covered Ops gets a release date. Half-Life Alyx will be released soon. And there is a new Oculus device that's called Oculus Del Mar. And the rumors say it's the Oculus Quest 2. So also you will see the newest releases and sales this week. You can find everything about VR and AR on this channel thanks to my sponsors, VoodooDE VR, Opperman Events, Nursing Skills, Andi De Velzer, VR Ambassador and Alpha Blend Interactive. Let's have some fun with the weekly news and let's go!
VoodooDE.
So a lot of people asked me, when comes Five Nights at Freddy's VR for the Quest, or does it even come? And yes, here we have the confirmation on the official homepage that it will come to the Quest. They are still working on it. The problem is the coronavirus at the moment. It's delaying everything, you know that. And yeah, they said we should have we should be patient for some weeks and then we can play it perhaps. I already played that on the PC, on the Valve Index, and it's awesome. It's really good. So for all horror fans, you should keep an eye on this in the next weeks. And yeah, as I said, it's confirmed that it will be on the Oculus Quest. Oculus Quest gets OpenXR support this month. I don't want to talk much about this because I'm not a developer. I cannot explain that very detailed, but I can show you this graphic. This is awesome. So OpenXR means that everything will be easier. So for example, one game, it's easier to port to all virtual reality headsets with OpenXR. So this is what it looks now. We have a game. Let's say we have Half-Life Alyx, and it has an engine. I don't think it has one of these engines, but however, let's say it would have the Unreal Engine, and then we have to port that to convert it to all the platforms, Steam VR, Windows, Oculus, because there is no layer, nothing that manages this stuff. And then we also have to make sure that it works on all headsets. So the developers have a lot of work. With OpenXR, we have between the engine and the platform, we have the application interface, and that manages all the translations to the platform from the engine. That means if we have an Unreal Engine game, then we only have to do that once, and then OpenXR translates to Steam VR, Windows, Oculus, Samsung Gear and Daydream and stuff. And then we also have the OpenXR device plug-in interface, and that translates in the hardware layer to all the headsets. And this is really great. So you can expect that from Oculus, for the Oculus developers, it's much easier to port a Quest game or whatever games to other platforms. This is a really good thing. I'm curious if every developer and every game and everything should support OpenXR. It's a very good thing. So the first tests from the Vive Cosmos Elite or the Faceplate are out here from Road to VR, and as expected we can remove the faceplate, the original one, and put on the lighthouse tracking module, and I think it's $200, and of course you can then use the lighthouse system that we already know from the Valve Index or Vive Pro or Pimax. And that means the tracking is much better. You could say it's nearly perfect. You can also use it in very bright and very dark environments then. And yeah, but there is still one problem. The price, of course, like always with HTC. So when I think about the price of the Rift S, it's $399. and the price of the Elite set with the faceplate is 900 bucks. What the heck? I mean, the Cosmos is not better than the Rift S. It's not. And why should I pay more than double the price when I just can buy a Rift S? This doesn't really make sense. Of course, if you have money and you want to play wireless, you can play wireless with the Cosmos. Then, oh, okay. And you can also use the index controllers if you like. But because now we have Lighthouse support. But then we have another problem. We could buy the Valve Index for the same price with the index controllers, and the Index is much better than the Cosmos. Bigger field of view and comfort and all stuff. So I don't understand the price politics of HTC since 2 years. They're doing strange stuff. But however, if you have the Vive Cosmos already, you should definitely buy the faceplate, because then you have good tracking, and then buy the index controller as well. That's it. New specifications for the PlayStation 5 are out. So let's check it out compared to the PlayStation 4 Pro. So the teraflops more than doubled when you compare it to the PlayStation 4 Pro. Also, they inserted the newest AMD CPU generation. We have a 7 nanometer 8 core at 3.5 gigahertz. This is interesting. The RAM is doubled with double the speed. And finally, we have a SSD storage inside with nearly 1 terabyte. And this is very good. That means the loading time will be much faster than with the PlayStation 4. Also, the GPU can be compared to NVIDIA's RTX 2070 Super. For me, this is nothing impressive because I have the 2080 Ti in my PC. But I think for people that have the PlayStation 4 or 4 Pro, this is a huge performance upgrade, of course. And that, of course, means that the developer from the PC VR don't have to lower the resolution as much as before when they want to port it to the PlayStation. That's really good. And then we also have new technologies integrated, like hardware accelerated ray tracing, Tempest audio engine and geometry engine, and HDMI will have variable refresh rate up to 120 Hz. Nice. So this is a huge jump from the PlayStation 4. And here we can see the comparison to the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X seems to be even faster than the PlayStation 5. Here with the 12 teraflops and 3.6 gigahertz, a little bit low RAM, but the rest seems to be faster than the PlayStation 5. And here we can see it compared to the Oculus Quest. The Oculus Quest is very slow when you compare to the PlayStation 5, but this is normal because you have to build everything in this small headset. You cannot have the same performance then, of course, for a standalone. Also, everything is running on battery. You have to notice that. So, guys, this is the PlayStation 5. I will get it as soon as it's out, and I will try it with the old PlayStation VR until the PlayStation VR 2 is released, I think next year, or we will see. So, Lone Echo 2 was mentioned to be released at Q1 2020, and as you can see, the Q1 is over now and the game is not released. That means it will be delayed further. Nobody knows when, so could be weeks, months, I don't know. Perhaps this has something to do with the corona stuff, I don't know. However, you have to be patient. But we can play Half-Life Alyx until that's released. And this is a really good distraction, right? And then we will check Lone Echo 2 when it's released. So this is a cool step from HTC. One of the few cool steps. So the Vive Cosmos Elite Bundle for $899 gets Half-Life Alyx for free. That's cool, right? So if you want to buy that, why ever? I mean, I said better buy the Valve Index or better buy the Rift S. However, if you buy the Vive Cosmos Elite, you will get Half-Life Alyx for free, and then it will unlock on March 23rd. Phantom Covered Ops. So, this is a game where you sit in this little boat and you have to be very quiet, sneak on the water in front of the enemies or behind the enemies and then kill them, shoot them or whatever. And I played that already on Gamescom and it's really good. And this has a release date now, and this is June 25th on 2020. And I think then the Half-Life hype is over and then we have time to play this game. I will show it to you. It will be released on Quest and Rift platform. Can you hear the hype train? Yes, I can hear it. Half-Life Alyx is coming very, very soon. It will be released on 10 AM Pacific time on March 23rd, 2020. And you can see that Valve gives you the chance already to preload the content of Half-Life Alyx. That means if you already have it in your Steam library, then you can click on install, or I think it's download, and then you can preload the files. And then at 10 AM you will be able to play it. So what do you think? I prepared, of course, something for you. You will see some stuff then about Half-Life Alyx in the coming days. So I already know what I will show you, and there will be a lot of cool videos. So what do you think? How much is the hype in your house? Is it very high? What do you think? With which headset will you play Half-Life Alyx? Write it in the comments below. So this is really getting interesting now. There is a leak from Reddit, and this is talking about Oculus Del Mar. So what the heck is Oculus Del Mar? As you know, Oculus or Facebook already choose some names for older headsets before they were released. So for example, the Oculus Quest was called Monterey. The Oculus Touch controllers were called Half Moon. The Dev Kit 2 from Oculus was called Crystal Cove. And now we have Del Mar. So what does that mean? They found some stuff in the code. And when we check out this, we can find out that Del Mar is definitely a standalone headset. That means it could be the Oculus Go successor or the Oculus Quest successor, or even a new one. We don't know. A new one is very unlikely, I would say. And when we talk about the Oculus Go, then Oculus said that the next Oculus Go will have hand tracking support. And then the code lines of Del Mar doesn't make sense, because they say Oculus Touch controller for Oculus Quest and Oculus Jedi controller for Oculus Del Mar. And this is really interesting. What the heck is a Jedi controller? So the Oculus Touch, of course, are the normal touch controllers, and that means it's very likely that this could be the Oculus Quest 2. It could also only be this Jedi controllers, but it says controllers for Oculus Del Mar. And we don't know. What do you think? What is Oculus Del Mar? Is it the Oculus Quest 2 or what? Write it in the comments below. Let's check out the releases this week. Industrial petting on Steam VR. This is just strange. We have to create pets with a machine or whatever that is, and then we can pet them. We have a comic world, and this looks very interesting. I think I will try that. Then we have Escape First 3. This is of course a horror multiplayer escape room puzzle game. Looks very spooky. Then we have Waves of Death. Of course, this is a zombie wave shooter. The name already says it. I don't know if we still need this stuff, but yeah. However, then Stocksund House. This is also a horror escape room game. Looks very spooky. Then on the Oculus Quest we have Color Space, and that means this is a painting program, and yeah, painting, and you can make arts with your whole family. And on the Oculus Rift platform we also have Color Space. Then we have Gravity Pro. We have these little pedals, and we have to destroy the blocks. We already know that from other games. And then we have Once upon a time in peak skill. This is not interactive. This is just a 3D 180 degrees movie. And yeah, that's the releases so far this week. There is nothing new on the PlayStation VR. Okay, before we start with the sales, thank you to my new supporter, Ollie. Thank you so much. If you want to support me under the video, there are different ways to do that and to push virtual reality with me even more. So there are a lot of sales this week, so I will rush through that pretty fast. Gone is a very brutal melee game, 50% on Steam VR. Then virtual reality, it's a mix of small games, very cool, 40%. Conductor, it's adventure, 70%. A boat, it's an escape room game, 70%. A chair in the room, a must-have horror game, 50%. The Gallery 1 and 2, very good adventure games, 60%. Operation Warcade, a very good shooter, 75%. Onward, this is a multiplayer shooter, 50%. VR Regatta, a sailing simulator, 50%. Then on the Oculus platform, also Onward, 54%. Battle Wake, this is an shooting game on the high seas, 65%. Raw data, a good shooter, 77%. Sprint Vector, a sport game, 65%. Cobalt, a horror game, 59%. Tonesman VR, this is a real-time strategy game like Black and White, it's 59%. Pros Enlightenment is a horror adventure, 54%. A Chair in the Room, also on Oculus, 54%. The Assembly, a very good adventure, 46%. Sacrilege, a bow and arrow game, 54%. Then on the PlayStation platform, Sky Jumping Pro, 50%. Then Everybody's Goal, 50%. Immortal Legacy, an action adventure, 50%. Space Junkies, an arena shooter multiplayer, 75%. Then Gun Club VR, shooting range game, 40% off. Deracine, one of the best adventures on the PlayStation VR, 66%. Transference, an horror adventure, 40%. Torn, another good adventure, 50%. Star Trek Bridge Crew, control spaceships in multiplayer, 33%. Ultra Wings, a flight simulator, 68%. Doom VFR, very good shooter, 50%. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim VR, one of the best RPG games, 70%. Trackmania Turbo, an arcade racer, 73%. And Psychonauts, 73%. So that's it for the weekly news. Guys, have much fun with Half-Life Alyx on Monday and check out my videos that I will release. They are very interesting, not only gameplay but also other interesting stuff. Yeah, I hope you like that. If yes, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya.
VoodooDE